Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shishi Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki jai. Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju ki jai. Jai Shila Jai Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashita Rashita Shmar Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj Shila Gurudev ki jai. Nitila Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashita Rashita Shmar Bhaktivedanta Vaman Gosai Shila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Gosai Maharaj ki jai. Nitil Pravishtam Vishnupa Rashata Rashata Shishmar Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitil Pravishta Maha-bhagavat Srila Gorksharas Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Nitil Pravishta Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Nitil Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Shri Rupa Navapariya Guru Varga ki jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Patadas Raghunath Shar Gosai Prabhu ki jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Kshetra Mandal Gaura Mandal Braja Mandal Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Sarva Abhishta Bharat Giriraj Maharaj ki jai. Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kund ki jai. Shri Yamuna Devi Ganga Devi ki jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki jai. Shri Bhakti Devi ki jai. Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya ki jai. Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev ki jai. Shri Kamala Akarashi Titi ki jai. Titi Palan Kari Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Purushottam Dev ki jai. Shri Purushottam Vrat ki jai. Vrat Palan Kari Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Nimāi Gaur Premanande Hari Hari
Hari
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol. Shri Caitanya-bhāgavata ki jai. Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai. Shri Nimāi Gaur Premanande Hari Bol. Looks kind of strange me looking down at you guys like that. I can sit up like this right now. I'm actually not feeling as tired anymore. Yeah. I did an all-nighter last night with the books again. So that's why I'm a little bit out of it, but I think I've got it out of me. I think I got my second wind. Okay, so let's do a kirtan for, I'm going to share my screen. Oh, and the power has been going out today. It went out a couple times in the previous program, and I had to move over to my hotspot, so it might go out again. So if I disappear, I'll come right back. What am I doing? I'm opening up a kirtan thing. Okay. Which song should we sing today?
Have we done Ādi-khaṇḍa yet?
I did it in the previous session during the japa session, but we can do it again because probably it's a different crowd now. So let's do it again. I was like mostly asleep when I was singing it anyway, so it's probably good I sing it when I'm a bit more awake. Okay. I'm gonna change it to dark mode though. That's dark mode. Okay. Shuddha. I'll read the translation first then. Thus, from the lotus feet of the pure devotees is most favorable for bhajan. Service to the pure devotees is the highest perfection and the very root of the vine of prem. I carefully observe Madhav's holy days, such as Ekadashi and Janmashtami, for they are the mother of devotion. Bhakti Janani. Knowing that Krishna dwells in these holy days, with great regard, I also accept them as my residence. In the company of devotees who have transcendental love, I will behold all the places where my core joyfully wandered. Did I share in our WhatsApp group the link? I just can't remember. I did. Good. Okay. Sorry. Just wanted. Okay. So, my heart always prays for the opportunity to hear the mridanga play. Upon hearing a kirtan glorifying Sri Gaur, my heart dances in joy. Upon seeing the deity forms of the divine couple, I feel the highest bliss. Honoring their prasad enables one to conquer the material world of 5 elements. My home is transformed into Goloka Vrindavan when I see the bhajan of Sri Radha Krishna being performed there. When I look upon the Ganga, which is the nectar emanating from the Lord's feet, my happiness knows no bounds. Upon seeing Tulasi, my heart becomes satisfied because I know that she pleases Madhav. When I honor shak, when I honor leafy greens, which is very dear to Gaur, I consider my life successful. Whatever he finds favorable for Krishna bhajan, Bhakti Vinod accepts every day with the greatest happiness. Oops. One second, somebody keeps on messaging me. Oh. The power is back, so it's no problem anymore. I'm in the middle of the kirtan, in the middle of the Caitanya-bhāgavata program though, so ready go. Okay. Ashuddha bhakata charanareno bhajanayano gola Shuddha bhakata charanareno bhajanayano gola Bhakata seva paramasiddhi premalatikar mola Bhakata seva paramasiddhi premalatikar mola Shuddha bhakata charanareno bhajanayano gola Shuddha bhakata charanareno bhajanayano gola Madhavaditi bhakti janani jatane padana gori Krishna Madhavati Ekadashi Titi Bhakti Janani Jatane Palana Kori Krishna Vasati Vasati Boli Paramayadare Pori Krishna Vasati Vasati Boli Paramayadare Pori Shuddha Bhakata Charanareno Bhajanayano Gola Shuddha Bhakata Charanareno Bhajanayano Gola Gaurayamar Jesavastane Karala Brahmana Range Gaurayamar Jesavastane Karala Brahmana Range Se Savastana Heri Boyami Pranai Bhakata Shange Se Savastana Heri Boyami Pranai Bhakata Sange Shuddha Bhakata Charanareno Bhajanayano Gola Shuddha Bhakata Charanareno Bhajanayano Gola Mridanga Vadya Shunite man Avasada Sada Jache Mridanga Vadya janite manava sada sara yache Gaur Vihita Kirtana Shuni Anande Hridaya Nache Gaur Vihita Kirtana Shuni Anande Hridaya Nache Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Vajanayanu Kul Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayano Kul Jugala Murti Dekhiya Moy Paramayananda Hoy Jugala Murti Dekhiya Moy Paramayananda Hoy Prasada Seva Korite Hoy Shakala Prapancha Jai Prasada Seva Korite Hoy Shakala Prapancha Jai Chetina Grihe Bhajana Dekhi Grihete Goloka Bhai Chetina Grihe Bhajana Dekhi Grihete Goloka Bhai Charana Sindhu Dekhiya Ganga Sukhana Sima Pai Charana Sindhu Dekhiya Ganga Sukhana Sima Pai Tulasi Dekhi Judai Pran Madhavato Shani Jani Tulasi Dekhi Judai Pran Madhavato Shani Jani Gaur Priya Shaka Sevane Jivana Sarthaka Mani Gaura Priya Shaka Sevane Jivana Sarthaka Mani Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kul Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kul Bhakati Vinod Krishna Bhajane Anukula Pai Jaha Bhakati Vinod Krishna Bhajane Anukula Pai Jaha Prati Divase Parama Sukhe Shikara Koroye Taha Prati Divase Parama Sukhe Shikara Koroye Taha Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kul Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kul Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Bhakti Janani, Jaya Ekadashi, Bhakti Janani, Jaya Ekadashi, Jaya Bhakti Janani, Jaya Ekadashi, Bhakti Janani, Jaya Ekadashi. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. I just realized when I finished Shuddha Bhakata that I had noise suppression turned on, so I'm not sure if you could hear the mridanga, but anyhow, it's on now. Yeah, what I was singing at the end, Bhakti Janani Jaya Ekadashi. So Bhakti Janani means the mother of devotion. So Ekadashi is the mother of devotion. On Ekadashi day, Bhakti can be born within the heart. So she's the mother of Bhakti. Bhakti Janani.
Jai Shri Ekadashi Devi.
Jai. Thanks for that suggestion, Kishore. Let me see everybody who's here. Hari Bol, Nri Hari Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams, Satya Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, Kishore Krishna Prabhu, Champak Didi. That's all here in Zoom. And now let me see on YouTube and Facebook. Kuruna Didi, Vidya Lalasa Didi, Ganga Mataji, Indira Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji. I was sharing the screen? Yeah, I can see I was sharing the screen. Or did it cut out for a while? I don't know. That's strange. Okay, so now we'll do the Mangala Charan and begin our reading. So, I think I have my second wind now, so I won't be falling asleep like before. Let me open up the file. Oh God, I have so many files open. What am I doing? Oh yeah, okay. I need to open up this. Okay. Ajnanatirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tar Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo mahavadanya Ajanulampita bhujo kanakavadato sankirtanaikapitaro kamalaya Vishvambaro Dijavaro Yugadharma Palo Vande Jagat Priyakaro Karunavataro. Namastrikala Satyaya Jagannatha Sutaya Cha Sabhrityaya Saputraya Sakalatraya Te Namaha. Avatirno Sakarunyo Parichinno Sarishvaro Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityanando Dvau Bhrataro Bhaje. Sajayati Vishuddha Vikrama Kanakabha Kamalayate Kshana Parajanu Vilambi Sharbhujo Bahuda Bhakti Rasa Bhinartaka Jayati Jayati Deva Krishna Chaitanya Chandro Jayati Jayati Kirtis Tasya Nitya Pavitra Jayati Jayati Brityas Tasya Vishveshamurter Jayati Jayati Nrityang Tasya Sarva Priyanam Adeshi Chaitanya Priya Goshtir Charane Ashesha Prakare Mor Danda Paraname Tabe Vando Shri Krishna Chaitanya Maheshwar Navadipe Avatar Nama Vishwambhar. Let's do Purushottam. Where is it? Nilachala Nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannataya Te Namaha Govardhana Dharam Vande Gopalam Goparupinam Gokulotsavamishanam Govindam Gopika Priyam Tavai Vasmi na jivami tvaya vina iti vigyaya devi tvam nayamang charanantikam bhaktya vihina aparada lakshai kshiptashtakamadhitaranga madhye kripa mai tvam sharanam prapanna vrinde namaste charanaravindam. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare. Now let's hear glorification. Let's sing the glorification from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami about Caitanya-bhāgavata and Vrindavan Das Thakur. 1 second, let me get my medallion. Ore Mura Loka Shuno Chaitanya Mangal Chaitanya Mahima Jate Jani Beshaka. Sorry. Krishna Lila Bhagavate Kohe Veda Vyas Chaitanya Lila Ravyas Vrindavana Das Koila Chaitanya Mangal Jahara Shabane Nashe Sarvaya Mangal Chaitanya Nitar Jate Jani Mahima Jate Jani Krishna Bhakti Siddhanter Sima Bhagavate Jata Bhakti Siddhante Sar Lekhiachin Iha Jani Koriya Udar Chaitanya Mangal Shuni Jadi Pashandi Javan Sheho Mahavaishnava Hoy Tatakhan Manushera Chite Nare Aiche Granta Dhanya Vrindavana Dasa Mukhe Vakta Shri Chaitanya Vrindavana Dasa Pore Koti Namaskar Aiche Granta Kori Teho Tarila Sangsar Narayani Chaitanyer Uchishta Bhajan Tar Garbe Janmila Shri Dasa Vrindavan Tar Ki Arbhut Chaitanya Charita Varnan Jahan Rashavane Shuddha Koila Tribhuvan Sahaje Vichitra Madhur Chaitanya Vihar Vrindavana Dasa Mukhe Amrite Radhan. By nature, all the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are very wonderful and very sweet, and when they're described by Vrindavan Das Thakur, they become like a shower of nectar. Jai Sri Caitanya-bhāgavata ki jai, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai. Gaudiya Bhashya of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai. Okay. So, um, give me 1 second. I'm gonna set my computer up a little bit differently. Yeah. Um, I know what I'm gonna do. 1 second. Putting this down for a minute. And then, oh, Krishna. Okay. Now I have the perfect setup. Oh, oops. Yes. Okay, now there's no fear. I will be all with you this whole time. Shoot. Okay. So, all right. So now we are continuing our reading of Sri Caitanya-bhāgavata. This part fell off. I can just hold it up like this. That'll actually be good for me. Okay. So, yesterday we read up to verse 55, and I ended up rereading the entire previous chapter, which was like 170 verses, I think, before the reading. So, but now it's only 50 verses. That won't take very long. Okay. So, unless Kishore Krishna, did you wanna do the recap, or should I just read quickly from this?
No, read quickly, bro.
Okay. So, in this way, Gauranga, who is non-different from Gopal, enjoyed his pastimes. In what way? Like, I think the previous chapter was the Vipra, the one he ate the mendicant Brahman's offerings. So, in this way, Gauranga, who is non-different from Gopal, enjoyed his pastimes. Soon the time came for the Lord to begin reading and writing. It's the Hate Kori Sanskar, and which marks the beginning of a child's education. There's a whole ceremony we heard from Govinda Saha yesterday, how they usually do it on Saraswati Puja. In front of Saraswati Devi is a whole ritual, whole festival that takes place for that in Bengal. At an auspicious time on an auspicious day, Jagannath Mishra performs the ceremony for beginning his son's education. Then, after a few days, all the family members came to observe the ceremony of the child's ear piercing and shaving of the head, leaving only a shika. Oh, yesterday, I had lunch with Manjari Mataji, and she told me a really nice story about ear piercing. How the meaning of ear piercing is, my Gurudev said on Radhashtami that we should, actually it's a long story, but since I don't want to take up any time, I'm just going to tell the end of the story. But yeah, on Radhashtami, my Gurudev was giving class, and he said that we should offer Srimati Radhika golden earrings on this day. And what does that mean? That means that we should sing the glories of Krishna to her on this day. We should sing Nanda Nandanashtakam for Radharani's pleasure. That's like offering earrings to her. And so yeah, but Harikatha, this is like the ornaments of the ears. Okay. The Lord could write the letters of the alphabet after seeing them only once. Everyone was astonished to see this. Within 2 or 3 days, the Lord completed his study of the conjunct letters. He then constantly wrote various names of Krishna. Day and night, he enthusiastically wrote and read the names of the Lord, like Ram, Krishna, Murari, Mukunda, and Vanamali. The most fortunate persons of Nadia saw the Lord of Vaikuntha study with the other boys. The Lord sweetly recited the Bangla alphabet. Ka, ka, ga, ga. Everyone who heard him was captivated. Shri Gaurasundar performed wonderful pastimes. He would demand things that were impossible to obtain. If he saw a bird flying in the sky, he desired to have it. Give me that bird in the sky. When it was not given to him, he would cry and roll in the dust. Sometimes he would demand the moon or the stars in the sky, and when he did not get them, he cried and thrashed his arms and legs. Everyone tried to pacify him by taking him on their lap, but Vishwambar did not relent and continued to demand, "Give me, give me." There was, however, one sure remedy. Whenever he heard the names of Hari, he would stop crying. When everyone clapped their hands and chanted the name of Hari, he would be pacified and give up his restlessness. You know what? It's easier just to hold this mic in my hands. Where am I putting it? Just unscrewing this. Sorry. A bit clumsy right now. Okay. So as everyone chanted the names of Hari in order to please the child, the house of Jagannath Mishra appeared just like Vaikuntha. Just like what we read. Jedina grihe bhajana deki grihete goloka bhai. One day, in spite of everyone chanting the names of Hari, the Lord did not stop crying. They all said to him, "Listen, dear Nimāi, Bapre Nimāi, come and dance nicely while we chant the name of Hari." Falling asleep. The Lord did not listen to them and continued to cry, so they asked him, "Dear child, why are you crying?" Yes?
Oh, I'm going to go with them.
Okay.
You want to come?
No, I have to go do books now. 9 o'clock I have to start. Okay, Haribo. Sorry. So when the Lord did not listen to them and he continued to cry, so they asked him, "Dear child, why are you crying?" They all asked him, "What do you want? We will bring it for you, but don't cry." The Lord replied, so melodramatic, "If you want to save my life, then go quickly to the house of the 2 Brahmanas. Jagadish and Hiranya are both great devotees, and I desire something from them. Today is Ekadashi, and they are both fasting, but they have prepared varieties of foodstuff for Lord Vishnu. If I could eat their offering, I will be cured and able to walk." Hearing this impossible proposal, Mother Shachi lamented, "You are requesting something that is not sanctioned in the Vedas or in ordinary dealings." Everyone laughed on hearing the child's demands, and they said, "All right, we'll give it to you, but please stop crying." Those 2 Brahmins were great Vaishnavas and dearest friends of Jagannath Mishra. When those first-class Brahmins heard the child's request, they became fully satisfied. The 2 Brahmins exclaimed, "This is an amazing demand. We have never heard of such an intelligent child. How did he know that today is Ekadashi? And how did he know that we've prepared all kinds of foodstuffs for the Lord? We can understand that since this child is so attractive, Gopal must have manifested in his body. Lord Narayan performs pastimes through the body of this child. Sitting in his heart, Narayan makes the child speak." Thinking like this, the 2 Brahmins brought the various food offerings and happily gave them to Nimāi. The 2 Brahmins then said, "Dear child, please eat these foodstuffs. Our desire to serve Krishna is fulfilled today. When one is blessed by Krishna, he receives the intelligence to engage in devotional service. Unless one is a servant of the Lord, he cannot have such intelligence. Without performing devotional service, no one can understand Lord Chaitanya, from whose hair pores innumerable universes emanate. That same Lord performed his pastimes as a young Brahman child. The Lord's eternal servants see those pastimes to the full satisfaction of their eyes. The Lord was fully satisfied to receive that prasad, and he ate a little of each item. The Lord joyfully ate the foodstuffs that had been offered by his devotees. Thus, by his own will, his intense craving was appeased. Everyone present happily chanted the name of Hari as the Lord ate and danced to the chanting of his holy names. Some of the prasad fell on the floor, and some fell on the people present there. There's food going everywhere. In this way, Tri Dasha Rai performed his pastimes. That same Lord who is glorified in the Vedas and Puranas, thus displayed in the courtyard of Mother Shachi. He thus played in the courtyard of Mother Shachi. Lord Vishwambar drowned in the mood of a restless child as he sported with other restless Brahmin boys. As the Lord went to study at various places with his friends, no one was able to control him. Now we're going to see what a little bully Nimāi was. Whenever the Lord met some new boys, he would tease them. And when the other boys retaliated, a quarrel broke out. By the strength of the Lord, he and his friends always won such quarrels, and the other boys would leave in defeat. When Lord Gaurasundar became gray with a covering of dust and decorated with drops of ink, he appeared most enchanting. At noon, after their studies, the Lord and his friends joyfully went to bathe in the Ganges. Vishwambar and his friends eagerly entered the Ganga, wherein they enjoyed splashing water on each other. Who can describe the opulence of Navadvip? Innumerable people took bath at one of the bathing ghats. I'm unable to say how many saints, ascetics, householders, sannyasis, and children came there to take bath. As the Lord swam in the Ganga with his associates, sometimes he would dive below the surface, and sometimes he would float. In this way, he enjoyed various water sports. While engaged in water sports, Lord Gaurasundar would splash water with his feet on those nearby. People forbade him from doing this, but the Lord ignored them, as they were unable to catch them. What could they do? The Lord compelled everyone to bathe again, and again by touching them or spitting on them. It says, Kulola comes from the Hindi word kulla, which means water spit from the mouth. So he'd spit water at them. Being unable to restrain him, the Brahmins approached his father to complain about him. So this is where we read up to yesterday. We'll continue on from this point. Na paya prabhur, na gali vipragane, sabe chali lentar, janaker stane. Being unable to restrain him, the Brahmins approached his father to complain about him. Gaudiya Bhashya by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. The word nagali means face to face, or next to. Let me just see. Just seeing if anybody else is here. Haribol, Prajumna Prabhu, and Mantra Murti Mataji. Okay. Shuno, Shuno. So now the people, the Brahmins, they're approaching Jagannath Mishra. They said, Shuno, Shuno, Ohe Mishra, Parama Bandhav, Tomar Putrer, Apanyay Kahisav. The Brahmanas said, Dear friend, Jagannath Mishra, Param Bandhav, please hear about your son's misdeeds. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word apanyay means opposed to all logic, or it also means misdeed or prohibited activities. ভালো মতে করিতে না পারি গঙ্গা স্নান, কেহ বলে জল দিয়া ভাঙ্গে মোর ধ্যান. Due to his misdeeds, we are unable to bathe properly. Someone said, he splashes water on me and disturbs my meditation. Aro bole kare dhyan koro e dekho, Kali juge Narayan mui parathekho. Another complained, your son asked me, who are you meditating on? In Kali Yuga, I am directly Lord Narayan. Keho bole mor Shiva linga kore churi, Keho bole mor loy palai uttari. Someone said, he stole my Shiva linga. Someone else said, he ran away with my chadar. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word uttari is a short form of uttariya, which refers to a cloth worn above the waist, a chadar. Keho bole pushpa durva naiveda chandan, Vishnu puji bar sajja Vishnur asan, Ami kori snana heta boise se asane, Soba khai pori tabe kore palayane. Someone said, I kept the ingredients for worshipping Vishnu, flowers, durva grass, bhog, foodstuffs for offering, sandalwood pulp, and the Lord's asan. I kept all these on the bank of the Ganga. When I went to take bath, your son sat on the Lord's asan, and he ate the bhog, smeared himself with the sandalwood pulp, and decorated himself with the flowers, and ran off. Aro bole tumi kene dukha bhabo mane, jar lagi koila shei khaila apane. Then he said, why are you unhappy? He for whom you arranged those ingredients has himself enjoyed them. Gaudiya Bhashya. The second line means, he to whom you have offered these foodstuffs and ingredients for worship has personally accepted them. Impersonal monists understand from this incident that the Lord was the worshipper of the self, but such considerations of the Mayavadis prove their lack of proper knowledge. Sri Chaitanya Dev is Satchid Ananda Vigraha and the origin of Narayan. There is no difference between his names, his person, his body, and his soul, like there is with conditioned souls. Impersonal Brahman is simply the effulgence emanating from his body. Therefore, the imaginations of the Mayavadis cannot touch him, for he is beyond the reach of sense perception. Keho bole sandhya kori jalete namia, duba diya loya jai charane dhoriya. Someone said, I was standing in the water chanting my Gayatri, and he grabbed my feet and pulled me down. Keho bole amar na rahe saji dhuti. Just, you can imagine that, somebody standing there in the water, and then all of a sudden, like, getting their feet pulled from under and falling in the water, like a prestigious Brahman. Keho bole amar na rahe saji dhuti, Keho bole amar chorai gita punti. Another said, he always takes my flower basket and fresh cloth. Someone else said, he steals my Bhagavad Gita. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word saji refers to a basket of flowers. The word dhuti refers to cloth that one wears. And the word chorai means steals. Keho bole putra ati balaka amar, karne jala diya tare kandai apar. Then someone complained, my son is very young, and your son makes him cry by putting water in his ears. This is the third example so far in Caitanya-bhāgavata that I remember of Nimāi being a total bully. Keho bole mor prishta diya khande chade, muire mahesha boli jampa diya pore. Another person said, he comes behind me, climbs on my shoulders, and then jumps in the water, exclaiming, I am Lord Mahesh. Someone said, Oh shoot, am I not? No, I read the Bengali. Say. Keho bole boise mor pujar asane naiveda khaiya Vishnu pujaye apane. Someone said, "Your son sits on my asan and eats the offerings I have prepared for Lord Vishnu. Then he worships Lord Vishnu after eating the preparations for Vishnu." Snana kore utile baluka deye ange jatek chapala shishu she tar shange. When I come out from my bath, he throws sand on me. He is surrounded by all the other mischievous boys. Oh, this is a really bad one. Stri vase purusha vase koroye badal parivar bela sabe lajai bikal. He exchanges the men's cloth with the women's, and then everyone is embarrassed when they go to dress. They have to wear something, so the men have to put on the ladies' clothes, and the ladies have to put on the men's clothes. Gaudiya Bhashya. The words Stri Vase, Purusha Vase refers to the clothes worn by women and men, and the word Bikal means overwhelmed, agitated, morose, or absorbed. Or maybe they don't put the clothes on, they just have to stand there in their gamshas. 70. Parama bandhava tumi Mishra Jagannath Nitya e mata kore kohilo to mata. O Jagannath Mishra, you are our dear friend. Therefore, we are informing you that your son does such things every day. Dui prahareo nahi uthe jal hoite dehova tahar bhalo thakibe kemote. He remains in the water for up to 6 hours. So how will his body remain fit? Well, that seems like a great... Isn't swimming like the best exercise that uses every muscle? Heno kale parsha, or maybe he's talking about his brain. He's not studying, he's just playing in the water all day. Heno kale parshvavarti jatika balika kopamane ailen shachi devi jatha. At the same time, all the neighborhood girls, they approached Mother Shachi in an angry mood. So all the Brahmins approached Jagannath Mishra, and now all the girls, they approached Mother Shachi. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word kopamane means in an angry mood. Shachire sambodhiya sabe bolen bachan shuno thakurani nija putrer karama. They all complained to Shachi, "O Thakurani, listen to what your son has done." Vastana koroye churi, bole ati manda, uttar korile jal de kore dvanda. He steals our clothes and speaks very badly. If we protest, he throws water on us and starts a quarrel. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word dvanda means argument or quarrel. 75. Vrata kori bare jato ani phul phal chadaiya phele bol bolo koriya sakal. By force, he scatters whatever fruits and flowers we bring for puja. Gaudiya Bhashya. The words bal koriya means forcibly. Snana kori utile baluka de ange jatek chapal shishu she tar shange. When we come out from our bath, he throws sand on us. He is surrounded by all sorts of mischievous boys. Didn't we read that same verse? Or was it a little bit different? Thought it was exactly the same. Anyways, I don't... yeah, look. This is verse 68. Snan kori utile baluka de ange jatika chapalo shishu she tara shange. And what's this one? Snan kori utile baluka de ange jatika chapalo shishu she tara shange. It's exactly the same. It's repeated twice. I guess they said, yeah. Alakite ashi karne bole boro bolo keho bole mor mukhe dilek kulola. So yeah, when we come out of our bath, he throws sand on us. He is surrounded by all sorts of mischievous boys. Then he sneaks up behind us and shouts in our ears. One of the girls said, "He spit water in my face." Gaudiya Bhashya. The word chapal means naughty or mischievous or impudent. The first line of this verse means to suddenly shout loudly in the ear. Okadar bichi de kesher bhitore keho bole more chahe vibha koribare. And then he threw okara seeds. What's okara? Which induce itching in my hair? Or is it the seeds? Or is it those things? Because I know, like, during Vrajmandal Parikrama, there's this little thing that you can throw in somebody's hair and it gets really tangled in it. It's like some little... I don't know how to explain it. I'm just curious, so if it's that thing. Because if it's that thing, it doesn't induce itching, but it tangles up your hair really bad. Okara. I remember when we were younger, we used to... Okara. No, it's looking for okra seeds. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Someone else said, he said he wants to marry me. He said he wants to marry me. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word vibha is a corruption of the Sanskrit word vivaha, which means marriage. Pratidin e mato kore vyavahar tomar Nimāi kiba rajar kumar. Every day he behaves every day he behaves with us like this. Does your Nimāi think that he is the son of a king? That he's a prince? Gaudiya Bhashya. The words Rajar Kumar refer to one who is independent or as free as a king's son. Purveshu nilaya jeno nander kumar she mata sab kore Nimāi tomar. The activities of your son, Nimāi, exactly resemble what we have heard about the activities of the son of Nanda. Dukhe bap mayere polibo je dine totokone kondal hoibe tomasane. When we tell our parents about your son's mischief, they will certainly quarrel with you. Gaudiya Bhashya. The girls continue to speak. The day we complain to our parents about these naughty activities, they will certainly quarrel with you. 82. Nibarana koro jhat, apana chawalo, nadiyai heno karma, kabu na he bhalo. Therefore, please control your son immediately, for such activities are not proper in Nadiya. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word nivaran means to stop or forbid. The word chawalo is a corruption of the word shavaka, which means child or baby. The city of Nadiya is filled with many respectable gentlemen. It is not proper for Nimāi to perform mischief in such a society. Shuniya hasen maha prabhur janani, shobe kole koriya bolen priyabani. On hearing these complaints, the Lord's mother smiled, embraced the girls, and sweetly spoke to them. Nimāi aile aji bādyamu bandiya, arjeno upadrava nahi kore giya. When Nimāi returns today, I will tie him up and beat him with a stick so that he won't disturb you again. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word badayamu means I will beat with a stick. In other editions, the word erimu, to leave, is found in place of vadyamu, in which case the meaning will be I'll leave him tied up. Shachir charana dhuli loya sabe shire, tabe cholilen puna snana koribare. All the girls then took dust from Shachi Devi's feet on their heads and went to take bath. Jatik chapalya prabhu kore jar shane, paramarte sabar santosha bodo mane. In spite of Nimai's mischief, everyone ultimately felt fully satisfied. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word paramarte means as it is, or actually. Kotuke kohite aisen Kotuke kohite aisen mishrasthane, shuni mishra tarje garje sadamba vachane. People came to complain to Jagannath Mishra for amusement, but he became upset and angrily replied. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word sadamba means with pride or egotistically. Niravadi e vyavahar koro ye sabare, bhalo mate ganga snan na de koribare. This boy behaves like this every day. He doesn't allow anyone to peacefully take bath in the Ganga. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word vyabhar is a corruption of the word vyavahar, which means behavior. E jhanta janatar shashti kori bare, shabe rakile ho keho rakite na pare. I am going to punish him right now. Oh, that's what Jagannath Mishra said. I'm going to punish him right now. Although they all tried to pacify Jagannath Mishra, they were unable. Gaudiya Bhashya. The second half of this verse means to protect. In other words, no one can stop me even if they try. I am going to punish Nimai. Krodha kori jokhon cholila mishravar, janila goranga sarva bhuter ishvar. Gauranga, the lord of all living entities, could understand that Jagannath Mishra was searching for him in an angry mood. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word sarva bhuter ishvar refers to the supersoul of all living entities. 91. Ganga jale keli kore Shri Gaur Sundar, sarva balaker madhe ati manohar. Shri Gaur Sundar was most enchanting as he continued sporting in the water of the Ganges with the other boys. Kumarika shabe bole shuno Vishwambar, Mishra ailen e palaha satvar. All the girls said, "Listen, Vishwambar." That's so funny. First they tell on Vishwambar and then they go to him and they say, "Listen, Vishwambar, your father is coming. You better get out of here." Gaudiya Bhashya. The word Kumarika or Kumari refers to an unmarried girl. Shishtugan Shange Prabhu Jai Dhori Bare, Palailo Brahmana Kumari Shabadore. As Jagannath Mishra came on his way to find the Lord amongst his friends, the Brahman girls ran away in fear. Sabare Shikai Mishra Stane Kohivar, Snane Nahi Aisen Tomar Kumar. Meanwhile, Nimai instructed his friends to tell his father. They should say to Nimai told them to say, "Your son has not come for bath today." She pate gela ghar poriya shuniya, amarao achi e tahar lagia. Then he went straight home after school. Then the friends continued saying to Jagannath Mishra, "He went straight home after school. We are also waiting for him." Gaudiya Bhashya. The words Shei Pate refers to the same path he came on. Shikaya ar pate Prabhu gela ghar, Ganga ghate asiya milila mishravar. After instructing his friends, the Lord went home by another path, just as Jagannath Mishra arrived by the bathing ghat, at the bathing ghat. Asiya gangar ghate chari dike chahe, Shishugan madhe putre dekhite na paye. Jagannath Mishra looked all over, but could not see his son amongst the boys. Mishra jigyasen Vishwam bhar koti gela, Shishugan bole aji snane na aila. He then inquired, "Where did Vishwambar go?" The boys replied, "He didn't come for bath today." Gaudiya Bhashya. The word kati is a corruption of the word kutra, or where. She pate gela ghar poriya shuniya, sabhe achi e tar apeka koriya. He went straight home after school. We are all waiting for him. Charidike chahe misha hate bari ja loya, tarja garja kore boro lagna paiya. Searching all over with a stick in his hand, Jagannath Mishra grumbled in anger on being unable to find his son. Holding a stick in his hand. Kotuke jahar nive dana koila giya, she sab viprapuna bolaye asiya. The Brahmins who had earlier complained to Jagannath Mishra in jest came and spoke to him again. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word kotuke means sarcastically or jokingly. The phrase nivedan, koila, means to complain. Bhoy pai Vishwambhar polaila ghare, ghare cholo tumi kichu polo pache tare. Vishwambar left for home out of fear. The Brahmin said, "Vishwambar left for home out of fear. You please go home and speak to him there." Arbar ashi jadi chanchalata kore, amorai dhori divo tomar kochare. If he comes back here again and creates mischief, then we will catch him and hand him over to you. Kotuke shekhata kohilaya tomastane, toma boy bhagyavan nahi tribhuvane. Whatever we said to you was simply in jest. Actually, there is no one more fortunate than you in the three worlds. Sheheno nandana jar griha majhe thake, ki korite pare tare kudha atrisha shoke. How can one be affected by hunger, thirst, lamentation if he has such a son at home? Gaudiya Bhashya. The word trisha means thirst. Tumi sheshe vilat satya prabhur charan tar mahabhagya jar eheno nandan. You are certainly most fortunate to have the Supreme Lord as your son and to serve his lotus feet. Gaudiya Bhashya. The Brahmins spoke these statements about the good fortune of Jagannath Mishra, who is the eternal servant of the Lord, as his father. Oh, Krishna. Koti apara jadi Vishwambhar kore, tabu tare tui baya hridaya upare. Even if Vishwambar commits millions of offenses, we still keep him in our hearts. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word tui baya means we will keep or we will place. This word is currently used in the Mymensingh district of Bangladesh. I don't know how you say that. Janme janme Krishna bhakta, e saba jan, e saba utama buddhi ihar karan. Because these Brahmins had all been devotees of Krishna for many lifetimes, they had fine intelligence. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word uttama buddhi refers to the attitude of loving service to the Supreme Lord. Ataeva prabhu nija sevaka sahite, nana krida kore keho na pare bhujite. In this way, the Lord enjoyed various pastimes with his eternal servants, which ordinary people cannot understand. Mishra bole seho putra toma sabakar, jadi aparadaloho shapata amar. Jagannath Mishra said, "He is your son as well. You must not be offended by his actions." Oh, Krishna. It's starting to... Okay. Tasavar shange Mishra kori kula kuli, griha ailena Mishra hoy kutuhale. After embracing all the Brahmanas, Jagannath Mishra happily returned home. Ar pote ghare gela Prabhu Vishwambar, hatete mohana punti jeno shashadhar. Meanwhile, Lord Vishwambar returned home by another path. He resembled the bright moon as he carried attractive books in his hands. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word mohan means beautiful, and the words jeno, shashadar, means as soothing, bright white as the moon. Okay, Likhan kalir bindu shobe gora ange, champake lagilo jeno, charidike bringe. Drops of ink beautified the Lord's golden limbs, and resembled bumblebees surrounding a champak flower. Gaudiya Bhashya. The bodily complexion of Nimāi resembled the champak flower, and the bees were black-colored. When Nimāi wrote, dots of ink marked his various limbs. This sight appeared like black bees encircling a champak flower. Janani bolia Prabhu lagila dakite, toilo deha more jai, sinana korite. The Lord called out, Mother, give me some oil. Let me go to take bath. Putrer vachana shuni shachi harashita, kichui na deke ange, snanera charita. Hearing her son's request, Mother Shachi became joyful. She could not see any sign that he had taken bath. Gaudiya Bhashya. The words snaner charita means symptoms of having taken a bath. Toilo diya shachi devi mane gane, balikara ki bolilo ki badvi jagane. After giving him the oil, Shachi Devi thought, what did those girls and Brahmins complain about? Likhan kalir bindu ache shab ange, she vastra poridhan, she puti shange. He has drops of ink on his body, and he is wearing the same clothes and carrying the same books. Krishna kshane ke aila jagannatra mishravar, mishra deki kolete uthila vishramvar. Soon after, Jagannath Mishra arrived there, and Vishwambar climbed on his lap. She alingana Mishra bhahye nahi jane, anande purnita hoilo putra darashane. Shri Mishra was filled with ecstasy on seeing his son, and he lost external consciousness by his embrace. Gaudiya Bhashya. The words bahya nahi jane means without external consciousness. Mishra deke sarva anga dhulai vyapita, snana chena na dekhiya hoila vismita. Shri Mishra was astonished to see that Nimāi was covered with dust and devoid of any sign that he had taken bath. Mishra bole Vishwambar ki buddhi tomar, lokere na deho kene snana korivar. He said, Vishwambar, what kind of mentality do you have? Why don't you let people take bath? Vishnu puja sajja kene koro apahar, Vishnu koriyao bhoy nahi ko tomar. Why do you steal the ingredients meant for worshipping Lord Vishnu? Don't you have any reverence for Lord Vishnu? Gaudiya Bhashya. The word koriyao means even after direct realization. 123. Prabhu bole aji ami nahi jai snane, amar sanghati gan gelo aguane. The Lord replied, Today I have not yet gone for bath. My friends have gone ahead of me. Oh God. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word sanghatigan refers to the Lord's companions, and the word aguyane is a corruption of the word agravan, which means went ahead. How many verses are in this chapter? Oh, Krishna. What? Sorry, what the heck? Oh, I'm so spaced out. It's right here. Restream. 139. Okay, cool. We're getting close to the end. Sorry, I'm starting to get a bit tired all of a sudden now. Okay, Shakala lokere tara kore avyabhar na geleo shabedosh kohen amar. So Nimai said, today I have not gone for bath. My friends have gone ahead of me. They have misbehaved with those Brahmins and the girls. So even though they behaved with those Brahmins and girls, and still, even though it was my friends who misbehaved with those Brahmins and girls, those Brahmins and girls are blaming me, even though I wasn't there. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word avyabhar means wrong deeds or misbehavior. Na geleo jadi dosh kohen amar satyatabe koribo sabare avyabhar. Since they blame me when I wasn't even there, now I will actually do some mischief to them. Now he's trying to make a way so he could be justified for doing those things. Eto boli hasi prabhu jana ganga snane punashe mililen shushu gana sane. Saying this, the Lord smiled as he left to take his bath in the Ganges, where he met again with his friends. Vishwambar deki shabe alingan kori hasaye shakal shishu shuniya chaturi. When Vishwambar arrived there, the boys embraced him and laughed after hearing what had happened. Shabe prashangshe bhalo Nimāi chatur bhalo eraila aji maran prachur. They all praised him, saying, Nimāi, you are very clever. You have escaped a good beating today. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word maran means to beat. Jal keli kore prabhu shab shishu sane heta shachi jagannath mone mone gane. As the Lord engaged in water sports with the other boys at home, Jagannath Mishra and Shachi were contemplating. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word gane means to think. Je je kohilen kotha sheho mithyak nahi tabe kena snanak chinha kichu nahi dehe. Whatever they complained cannot be false. It's not possible everybody was in on some big conspiracy against Nimāi. But then why were there no symptoms on his body of having taken bath? She mata ange dhula, she mata vesh, she punti she vastra, she mata kesh. His body was covered with dust, and he had the same dress and same books. His hair was dry, everything as though he had not taken bath at all. E bhuji manusha nahe Shri Vishwambar Maya rupe Krishna va janmila mor ghar. It seems that Shri Vishwambar is not an ordinary human being. Perhaps Lord Krishna has appeared by his internal potency as a human being in our house. Gaudiya Bhashya. In this verse, the word Maya Rupe refers to the Supreme Lord Gaur Krishna's eternal human-like form, manifested by his internal potency, Yoga Maya. In the Lagu Bhagavatamrita, Purva 4.13 and 4.14, it is stated, in many places, the word Maya refers to the Lord's internal potency. The internal potency of the Lord is eternal and is known as Maya. And the Chaturveda Shikashuti, Madhvacharya has written, Ato Maya Mayam Vishnum Pravadanti Manishina. The body accepted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead is called Maya Moy. Maya Moy. Full of Maya. Kon Mahapurushuva Kichui na jani, Heno mate chinite aila dvijamani. Otherwise, he may be some great personality. We do not know. While they were contemplating in this way, the Lord, who is the jewel amongst the Brahmanas, arrives there. Putra darashana nande ghuchilo vichar, snehe purna hoila dohe kichu nahi ar. In the ecstasy of seeing their son, the couple forgot all their miseries and became so filled with affection that nothing else was important. Gaudiya Bhashya. The word vichar means to think. to ascertain the truth, to consider, or to discuss. The words kichu nahi ar mean as if nothing had happened before, or as if there were no connection at all to that incident. Jai dui prahar prabhu jai pori bare, she dui juga hoy thake she donhare. The 2 prahars, 6 hours, that the Lord spent at school studying seems like 2 yugas for the couple. Gaudiya Bhashya. Due to separation from Nimāi, the duration of 6 hours appeared like 2 yugas for Jagannath Mishra and Shachi Devi. Koti rupe koti mukhe vede jadi koi, tabo e donhar bhagyer sa nahi samuchar. If the Vedas chanted the glories of this couple with millions of mouths, in millions of ways, still they could not reach the limit of their good fortune. Shachi Jagannatha paye rahu namaskar, ananta brahmandanath putra rupe jar. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the feet of Shachi Devi and Jagannath Mishra, whose son is the Lord of innumerable universes. E mata krida kore vaikunte rai, bhujite na pare ke ho tahan mayai. Oops, I must skip the English. In this way, the Lord of Vaikuntha enjoys his pastimes, which, by the influence of his external energy, no one can understand. Last verse. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Chanda Jan Vrindavana Dasa Tachu Pada Juge Gan. Accepting Shri Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhu as my life and soul, I, Vrindavan Das, sing the glories of their lotus feet. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai. All the residents of Navadvip Ki Jai. Jai Shri Caitanya-bhāgavata Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai. The Gaudiya Bhashya commentary, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Shri Guru Jai. I'm just going to do a quick Jai Dvani. Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai. Shri Radha Vinod. I just said that. Shri Radha Vinod Vihari Ju Ki Jai. Jai Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. Srila Param Gurudev Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Nuko Gaudiya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath. Shri Jeev Gopala Patadasa Gunath Shara Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramananda Rishi Gaur Parshad Ravinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Kshetra Mandala Gaura Mandala Raja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Sarva Abhishta Pradata Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Radha Kund Shama Kund Ki Jai. Shri Mona Devi Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai. Shri Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya Ki Jai. Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Kamala Akara Shri Titi Ki Jai.
Jai Ho.
Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri
Jai
Harinam
Ho.
Sankirtan Ki Jai.
Jai
Ananta
Ho.
Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai.
Jai
Samagama
Ho.
Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai.
Jai
Shri
Ho.
Sai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari
Hari Hari Bo.
Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Paradevi Sattvatai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Ho. I'll do it for Kirtan. I'm not going to do it with Mridanga because the strap broke. So, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Wait, I just did Jaidwani, right? Okay, sorry, I did it in reverse order, Kirtana Jaidwani. Okay, yes, I'm gonna go now take a little nap. We're gonna be in half an hour from now, actually. I need to head out back to Sant Colony to now organize which books go onto which shelf and like how to, all that. Last night we finished moving all the books. Now I need to actually put them on the racks. So I'm gonna be doing that soon, and then hopefully after lunch I'll be able to catch up on some sleep.
Colony?
Huh?
Which colony?
Sant Colony. It's near Anandadam. You know, there are like two Gopinath Bhavans. Like there's a smaller, like also owned by Gopinath Prabhu. It looks just like Gopinath Bhavan, same kind of red stone design, same. Yeah, looks a lot like Gopinath Bhavan. And yeah, so we had to move. I don't know how many. Maybe was it like 400 boxes of books or something like that. Mostly Shamarani Mataji's Bhakti Art Illuminations book. You know, that big coffee table book that she recently published. It's mostly all those books, but also many other books. Tonight, in the middle of the night, we're going to move all the Spanish books there also. So, yeah, and then after that, I will be back to normal again. I think I did pretty good, though, for how tired I was. I didn't mess up too much, did I? A couple times I've kind of fell asleep, but yeah, made it through. All right, thank you so much for joining. Let me just look at the comments on YouTube and Facebook. 1 second. Yes, I made it, Indira Mataji. Yes. All right, Dandavat Pranams, Indira Mataji, and Govinda Saha, Prajumna Prabhu, Mantramurti Mataji, Raseshwari Mataji, Ganga Mataji, Vidyalala Sadidi, and Kuruna Didi. And I see there's 10 people there. I only see your names when you write a comment. So, but thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh wait, let's see what are we reading tomorrow. Let's see. The next chapter is Shri Vishwarup takes sannyas. Okay, so now we're getting to the sad parts of Mahaprabhu's Navadvip pastimes. All right, so see you all tomorrow for that. And so today is Kamala Akadashi. Purushottam Vrat is over in 4 days from now, 16 August. Then in 8 days from now is the disappearance day of Sri Raghunandan Thakur and disappearance day of Vangshidas Babaji Maharaj. Then in 15 days from now, next Akadashi. And the next Akadashi is the first day also of Julan Yatra. And the day after that, so in 16 days from now, is Srila Rupa Goswami's disappearance day. So those are all the days coming up. All right, so Jai Shri Radhe, Haribol. Oh, Haribol, Cristiano Luna, Hare Krishna. Thank you. All right, Dandavat Pranams.